Alright, we are here doing a Swanee Inn, a big long hallway here. I don't know exactly how long. I ain't even looked at the paperwork in depth enough yet, but he hired somebody else to do the demo, which I'm really happy about. I thought it was going to be a pain to get this done, get it up, but it's actually coming up really nice. So thankful for that. The guy's got an international ride on, but they don't have to get it off. The van is coming up real nice and clean. Let's take a look. Right, so this is what we got going on right here. And we're basically, the guys almost got everything up already. So we're gonna clean up and prep, and tomorrow we'll be ready to start installing. Like I said last week, we have a Shaw manufacturer, a rep coming up next week. Tomorrow, to oversee the installation, because they're all worried about the type of carpet it is and stuff like that. So anyway, this is what we're working on here today. I'll show you the backing of the carpet and we'll see what's going on. So this is what's coming up and this is what's going down. It's got a pad on the back of it itself, and same type of carpet, different color and style obviously, but the same type of carpet's going back. And that's what was concerning to the manufacturers about having head seams and stuff in it, because this is a long hallway and there's no way it's gonna be able to go with no head seams. And you can see here and here, it's way over 6 foot, so I don't know exactly how he's got it measured. I think it goes to like 10 foot wide. They've measured it in these doorways across here, so it's going to be some huge pieces regardless, getting upstairs and getting rolled out with just two of us, with just me and Luke. So you can see there was a head seam right there, and also a head seam right here and right here. So I will do the exact, this, I don't think they're having a break in it. Looks like, I didn't see it ahead of time. Looks like they had maybe a different type of carpet here to separate the pattern and stuff so it would match up, which is actually a great idea, because matching this pattern on an angle, well, you can imagine. So don't know if they're doing that or not. I honestly don't know. I'll have to I ain't got much information on this yet. Guy's always super busy in the mornings and it's hard to get some information out of him. But anyway, from that corner to that corner will be the same, unless we're able to put a patch in the center of a different color, which I hope. So, but anyway, we are fixing to, there's a little bit of stuff left on the floor. We're gonna get all this stuff scraped up, swept up, vacuumed and prepped, and be ready for installation in the morning. Well, waiting on Luke to get up here with some mud. We're filling these cracks and holes and all that stuff. We got it all scraped, swept, and vacuumed. So once we get all this stuff filled, we will be calling it a day. I'll actually measure everything up and get it planned out in my head, how I'm gonna lay it and stuff like that. I'll have to call the store and see if they are doing the joins in the doorways or in the turns right here, or if they are specifically seaming it on. That way I can plan out how to get this going. But getting it prepped out, and then I'll just do some thinking. And after that, like I said, it's gonna be done for the day. But ain't a whole lot here that's able to be done. So we get a little bit of a short day today. I don't know, it's like probably 2 o'clock by the time I get done mudding, and then I'll think and measure for probably 30 or 45 minutes, something like that. So, it'll be probably 2:30, 3 o'clock whenever we get done here. Okay, we got our carpet laid out here, and this is a printed carpet. We got this side already glued and installed, minus the doorways. I'm gonna wait and do all the doorways at once, but this is it. What I did, the pattern runs off on this quite a bit, according to the rows, because it is a printed carpet. So where I made my cuts for each individual piece, I simply row cut it here, and then I put my same cut back together, so I'm not having to worry about matching with it running off and stuff like that. Same thing with these wings right here. The same piece that I cut off, I'm going to put right back on. You might say, well, why did you even cut them off? Just to make it easier to get this down through there. Cut down 6'9" instead of 12 foot. And quite honestly, I probably could have done this one here pretty easily. I didn't know it was a printed carpet until I was already done measuring and figuring all this stuff up. And I got down to the warehouse yesterday, so it kind of changed things up a little bit. If I had known that, I probably could have done something a little different there, but nonetheless, it is what it is now. Everything's cut. So, same thing here. This piece is cut, and what cut off of that will join right back up to that and finish out this down to the corner there. And that's what we're going to get done today. And after that, probably 2 more days to finish up that once we get this part done. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Lunchtime, ain't it, Luke? Lunchtime, ain't it, Luke? Lunchtime, ain't it, Luke?
Lunchtime.
Alrighty, we just about to call it a day. We got everything wrapped up. I think it's about 5 o'clock, so. Yeah. It didn't quite get done what all I expected, but we still got a good, decent amount done. So let's turn around and just see what we got done. Okay, so this was the very first piece that we installed right here. And again, this is a printed carpet. And we got this piece, that piece, and then that piece down there. So 3 pieces, 14, 9, 27, and a 35. I did not do any of the doorways. I figured once I get everything done up here, then I can get a master key and just go along and do all the doorways at once. There's a little threshold in these to work to, like this right here. Little threshold like that right there. We can work all this stuff too. That actually worked out really good. Cutting our carpet and then go ahead and, I told you guys this morning, or I told you guys earlier, that I cut my carpet, I row cut it crossways when I made my cuts. And then I was able to put my same cuts back together, and it worked out quite lovely. Somebody said something about most people don't do up close shots of seams. There we go. This is a printed carpet, and the seam runs right along in the middle of that diamond. It's right at the base of that somewhere. So it's right along here is where it is. Oh, I think that was Mr. Nate. Mr. Nate Hall said people usually don't do close-ups of the seams. There you go, my little friend. There you go. And here be another one. There's another one right here. Let's see. Right in the center of this one, right there. And same thing right over here. I'll tell you what, I wish I had gave it more thought. That's not. And the way this is, check it out. So it's like, oh damn, what's the matter? So it's like 12 foot across there. and I started the piece here. Well, I set my piece down there and rolled it all the way out and matched it back up here in this doorway. But I could have actually left that wing and this wing on that piece, and since I did start it right there, and then cut it down to size here and here, and left this a full 12. I didn't think a whole lot about it, to be honest with you. My thought was just cut it down to 6'9", because the hallway is 6 foot, and that'll put me, you know, a few inches in that over there, and a few inches past this wall right there. Anyway, this right here, because it's late, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and glue this seam down. So it is temporarily just sitting there. It's not put together, it's not glued. So, I got these pieces here. So I want you to notice here, see that piece of blue tape, blue tape, blue tape. And then I also had one down there at the very end. Now, could have used a dry line, but what I did, rather than run a row down this and measure to the row, because it's a printed carpet, it's not right. The row is not gonna be right with the pattern. So I marked my pattern up there, 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 and there, and measured to my pattern to get it all straight, rather than running a row and measuring to my row like a person typically would. You can't do that with printed carpet. So here we go. It's quite, I guess it was a pretty prosperous day, I reckon. Anywho, we are gonna call it a day. Tomorrow we will come back. I'll probably go ahead and get the rest of this stuff finished up down here. This one and this one. Those other sides over there, I didn't even get those all the way glued. I didn't point that out. I didn't get this side glued or that side glued, only enough for the seam. So I got it glued to about right there. Enough to put my seam together. So I'll go ahead and fold those back tomorrow, get that glued, get this glued, and fold my seam back right here. So, you know, it's about a foot and a foot or whatever. Enough to see that, so right there. And on each side, I'm gonna fold that back, get that set, or get that glued rather. Get these pieces put in there and get them glued. All while I can get these big long pieces in here while that glue back here is drying. Then I can deal with this and so on and so on. I had plenty of time to do stuff today while glue was drying and stuff. I only ran into just a minor minute waiting on the seam, very far one down there, to tack up enough to actually put it together. Then that's whenever I went and got a fan from the maintenance guy, but I didn't bring a fan. I had my van loaded with carpet this morning. But anyway, that is going to conclude today's daily grind, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in to the channel. Until tomorrow, FBSB's out.